Hi everyone. So the last project that my students did this semester was a formal analytical report. And one of the things that they had to do was to format that. They had to create a consistent design structure throughout the entire project. And so one of the questions that I got a number of times was about using different fonts and how you use different fonts, what kinds of fonts you should use, how you should mix fonts, if at all. So the advice that I tend to give is, I think, the general advice given by graphic design people in terms of font use. You can use two different types of fonts. So the main division between different types of fonts is between serif and sans-serif fonts. So serif fonts have what are called tails on them, little bits at the ends of letters. So you look at Times New Roman, for instance, you can see, you take a letter like a capital T, for instance, it's sort of stylized with you've got the crossbar at the top and then the down stroke. At the bottom of the downstroke, there's a little sort of hash mark across the side, and then there's little drooping tail bits at the ends of the crossbar on the T's. So those are called serifs. And typically people say that serif fonts are easier to read on a printed page. So if you know that your audience is likely to encounter the thing that you're writing in print, then it's probably better to use a serif font, at least for the body of your text. I'll come back to that in just a second. Sans-serif fonts just have sort of straight lines. They don't have the tails. And those are generally easier to read in computer screens or on computer screens. So if you know your audience is going to get it digitally, that's the way to go. The general advice in terms of using multiple fonts is you can use one serif and one sans-serif fonts, and you want to alternate them purposefully. So for instance, if you're writing digitally and you want to use a sans-serif font for the main body of your text, you could use a serif font for headings, titles, section headings, things like that, or vice versa. If you're using a serif font for the body, use a sans-serif font for the headings. And this is going to create contrast. It's going to create a dynamic look on the page while still being very readable for your audience. As always with Minor Musings, if you found this advice useful or helpful, please let me know. And if you have additional questions or things that you want to get some feedback on, get some advice about, you can either shoot me an email at phillipzapkin@gmail.com, or you can post a comment on any of my Minor Musings videos. Thanks for watching.